Okay. Um. Hmm. Yeah. I think this is pretty straight. I don't know if I really like that composition better, though. Hmm. Thinking. I think this is enough of a change here. Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. I'm gonna get some of the trees in. And get more of those branches. That'll look good. Let's see. What do I want to do with this today? I guess it's a lot of tree drawing. A tree drawing. And then I'll also work on the map, so I have some stuff to do today. Like some of those. You know, I'm thinking about like, how do I incorporate that hand idea? I kind of wanted there to be like some sort of macabre type of feeling. Got an idea. Not sure how to execute it though, just yet. I was thinking of putting in like, like an ice, like he's standing on ice type of water type of thing. There's like glass, or not glass, but ice, and then you can kind of see. Little hands. I don't know if that like overcomplicates it. Something like that. This could be like a shadow and then could kind of develop it. And I need to have like multiple of these hands. Maybe. Getting like an ice rink feel to it would be kind of cool though. I have to, yeah, I have to think about how, if I want to use that idea, because it is kind of like overpowering. And I kind of lose some of the clarity of the piece. But I'm just trying to work in the hand idea. I have to do it like really subtly, I think, if I want to do it at all. It'd be like, Kind of want to look up what ice kind of looks like. Let me see what I can look up for like river iced over. Let me see. Hmm. This is good, but it's so small. I kind of want a close up of what it's like to stand on like a river or like a lake. Maybe a river is a bad idea. Maybe like a lake is better. See, lake iced over. Maybe I can copy. Maybe I can copy some of that texture. Let's see. I also like this kind of like the idea. I don't think I'm gonna like necessarily like grab it, but I do want to like have a like a maybe like a, what do you call that? It's not really a solar flare, it's more like an ice flare. That could be pretty good. If I could just get it to work. There. Have like a little bit like yellow. So like ice, and then a couple of these hands. Perhaps that would work very well with what I've got going. Merge these down, and then I'm gonna screw around with them. But I do want it to have like a little bit of like a hidden object type of feel to it. These hands. Gonna have to smooth them out a little bit. See here. Easy day at work today. Today was like super calm. I didn't get anybody just like going ape shit on me. Usually there's at least one person that, you know, decides that I'm their punching bag and I gotta like Be like, nope, actually. See you later, buddy. To the Shadow Realm with you. But it still gets like my blood pumping. Even if I do send someone to like the Shadow Realm. This hand is gonna be tough. I don't have the right fingers here. I have like these, like this, like. I have kind of like the gesture going, but then I don't think I ever actually like really tried it. Gonna have to get a reference for this hand as well, I think. So it's a little out there right now. But yeah, give me a couple hours with this hand. Man, Texas is getting like snowed on. It's kind of crazy. You know, you always kind of figure that you're always trying to prepare for what you think is coming, and then you get just curveball. It's always kind of like that. Yeah, we have a lot of I have a lot of weird weather now. It's just getting weirder. It's just getting weirder. The only thing I don't get about the whole Texas thing is people are like coming out of the woodwork to dab. What is up with that? It's like a little weird. I feel like Twitter has conditioned us to just be kind of like these inhuman, unfeeling snark machines at this point. And all I see is just like, ha, you don't believe in global warming, so you deserve to freeze to death. Just like, what? Excuse me? Is that how that works? A lot of stuff like that. It's kind of weird. A little bit disconcerting. I don't know. Just seems like a little heavy-handed. A little heavy-handed there. I feel like it's also like the worst way to get anyone to, I guess, agree with you, or even, I don't know. It's hard to get people to agree with you, period. I don't know. It's kind of like, it's always like a catch-22. Sometimes you just gotta dab, but I feel like this is the wrong circumstance. I feel like people are just too much into winning. Just gotta win at all costs, Doesn't even matter like what that cost is anymore. It's like, yeah, I'm a internet sociopath. The people I dislike are internet sociopaths. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Just trying to edge out this hand a little bit more. I feel like the gesture's not quite Oh, that's a hard hand. That's a hard hand. I might be redoing that one a couple times. That is a hard hand. Yeah, we'll see. I'll start brushing it then. Let's see. I think it's just like the size of a couple of the fingers. Maybe because I made like the thumb a little smaller and this finger a little smaller. It feels like the other finger's a little bit gigantic. But we'll see. If anything, I'll just go back to a previous one and start from there. It's kind of a tough hand. Let me see. Let me look at my hand, see what I do when I think I might want to like lower this finger. And then this is all like the hand, right? Yeah, it's mostly the hand. Okay, lower this finger and then maybe give it a little pickup like here at the tip. And then this will be the thumb. That was goofy when it started, so, you know. It's probably gonna stay goofy for a little bit, and we'll see. I'll be focused on that hand for a little while, though. See what kind of what I can do with it. trying to break it down into like shapes I can understand, but hands are always kind of so many sides. Not sure why when I put that line in, but that's not supposed to be there. Let me think. Yeah, twisting my hand like this is not comfortable. Okay. I think I sort of get what's going on here. I'll cut back here a little bit. Okay. Okay. So that's some of the hand. At least the thumb and the front finger, top finger, forefinger maybe. I think this is a little bit too bright here. Shape is difficult. How's it going, buddy? What am I supposed to do? There's not a lot of, it's not a lot of openings that I could go with, you know. Top of the morning to you, Reggie. How you doing? You know, there's not a lot that I can go with, so I don't even know. Not a lot of streamers say huh when they're big, so it's like unless you've got like those big donos coming, so it's hard to copy off of them, you know. I'm just trying to do my best, copying a little bit, doing a little bit of copying. Aren't you satisfied with this? No. The hands are like wonky. I've been working on the hands a lot today. Today is kind of like a hands day. So I'm probably like never satisfied with work. I have a good idea for it though. Once I get that hand straightened out. I'm starting to add like these hands on the bottom. I'm starting to add like ice. So I think that's gonna be pretty poggers. Just like, why don't you post on Discord when you're on? I think it's like super annoying. I could post, like I'll post when I haven't streamed for a really long time. I just figure that I'm just annoying people. And so I should probably get a bot that you could just mute. Well, I guess I could say something here. Let me see. Oh my god, this image. Oh my god, why? Underwater hand drawing. Underwater basket weaving? Have you seen this? This is it's a real KFC tweet. Just terrible. I don't know if they're misusing it. I think they don't know that soy Wojak is not a good meme. Like, you don't want to be soy Wojak. You want to be like Chad or something else. There's no soy Wojaks, man, that are good. It's all bad. I don't know. It's like they're anti-meming to get like to bait a response. I guess it worked. Soy Wojak. Let me see. So just putting in like a little bit of these hands. I think they're pretty neat. Pretty neat idea anyway. Probably should make them a little bigger. But they should be like in there as like it's kind of a hidden image. Oh, that was scary. That was like children's hands. That kind of makes it creepier, but I'm not sure that's what I want. Because they're so small. Kind of want to like. I want to find a way to make you look at them without there being like too much information there. Let me see. Where did mine? Where did my image go? No, that's a different image. I might take some of that actually. Maybe. Shouldn't really be any like reds in there because it's like zombie hands. We'll see. It's kind of an idea still. Not enough fleshing out just yet. Just did a red line check Discord. Let me see. Feel like you took away his neck fat. Quite partial to the neck fat. Maybe. A little bit on the left. I feel like the eye socket has to be lower than that. The hand is, I think he just lowered the one finger. Let me see. And the rest, I think you're just going over my shapes, except the pinky, which you made pretty fat. I don't know. I don't know. I do think that you're right that it should be like bunched up here a little bit. And there should probably be like one of these lines. But yeah, see what I can use it for. I think most of the shapes are all right. It's just a little bit of tinkering there. I think this finger has to be behind what's it called though. I don't know if I want to bring it out because I feel like what I'm looking at my hand at least, it looks more like that finger is usually behind, so probably just gonna keep it there. Like the thumb, and I feel like this should be darker. A little bit darker here. Let me see. It's kind of hard to balance the light here because there isn't that much of it. Let's see. So I like this finger in front. Then it's just hard to twist. Twist my hand. I'm not sure if. I'm not sure if what's called. Something like that. And then the pinky is more bunched up, I feel like. It might even be more outward too. It might be like just coming like outwards a little bit more. Let's see. I'll do that with like light. Nice little bit of light here. I think for the most part it works. I just want maybe a little bit more of the knuckle. This knuckle. And then maybe this line a little bit more behind. And this bends in a little bit, I think. So that should bend it a little bit. Alright, now that's the knuckle. And this pinky is coming out a little bit. I think most of the hand is done though. I don't know if there's anything I really want. As long as it's not as goofy as it was before. Because I had this like long finger going on. I think that is a little bit too much. As long as it's not like that, I feel like that's fine. Fingers are forgivable. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Might have to just, you know, play with the form a little bit, but otherwise. Yeah, I don't think it's piece breaking. I'll put a little bit of red on both these fingers, and hopefully I can use that to like pop the green without actually making it super green. That's usually what's it called. This hand might go on for 3 hours. Maybe. I mean, hey, if that's what it takes. Baba Booey. Sometimes you gotta draw a hand for 3 hours. That's how it goes. I mean, I do want to do some of the map today. Hands can be really, really detailed. Like, you could get really, really detailed with hands. This is very, like, loose. There's no, like... There's no details on this hand. It's like... It's like... It's like 90% just like a couple brush strokes and that's it. But yeah, since the hand is kind of one of the focal points, I feel like you gotta do some work on it. This part has to be like open, I think. For that one. I'm gonna put a fold in. Fold in a flower petal is like very difficult. Okay. A bit of broken color in there. Killed his second chin though. I feel like he becomes too Chad if you take off his like second chin. What I was thinking of doing was like adding a little bit of like hair. Maybe a little bit more deep shadow there. Client is more important. Well, I mean, clients are very important, but I like to take breaks while doing client work because I get kind of like I guess stir crazy. And it just like it stops me from painting quite so well. So I need to be like as relaxed as possible. Cause yeah, whenever I start like making like ellipse shapes, and instead of like painting, I start getting like panic attacks. So I'd prefer to like be 100% calm. Plus I have some time. Yeah, it's not as comfortable as just straight painting. Although there is going to be a lot of straight painting in that map because I have a lot of real estate really to just paint over. I've got like 3-headed dogs and ribbons and all kinds of things. So some of it will be like the setup is really the stressful part for me. I don't really like setting up a lot of have like hair shadows. Hair and hair shadow. Add just a little bit of color here. Maybe like hmm. And I'm gonna be just trying to, well, simplify really. I'm gonna be simplifying some of the shapes. Some of these colors have gotten a little bit too dark. This is clearly a leather patch, and this one's fur. I'm gonna kill some of this line. Some parts in here that I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about just yet. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of graphic design or UI. I can do it, it just takes me a little while, so I always just ask for more time because that's probably what it's gonna end up being. But I can always find ways of putting like stuff I do like to do and the stuff I don't like to do, and that usually like helps me out a lot. Thinking about like some bear claws here, maybe. Something like that. Let me see. Let me see what a bear claw looks like, actually. And then we'll... Let's see. Bear... claw... No! Why? How about a claw of a bear? How about bear claw bear? Animal. Grizzly. Yeah, it's a little different than I imagined. Okay, so it does look like bone. Is that a stuffed bear? This actually looks really good. Let me see. Let's see. Let me do that. Feel like that looks good. It's a little bit of blue in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 there. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the rest of it I can put like colors, like almost this color. It's almost a skin color, which kind of scares me. Oh, let's get that. Highlight in there. And then I'll do the other hand too, actually. We'll do like a clasp out of bare hands. Add a little bit of design to it, you know. Not too much and not anything too crazy, because it's like, it's very generic, but I kind of like bear claws. Just a little bit of design, not too much. Don't want to upset any of the textures. I want to keep it as simple as I can. It's still bear fur, so that's, you know, that's not upsetting anything. Just added some claws, basically. And I think like bone makes for more like a macabre type of look. So that's good. I also want to do the trees today. These are more reddish. Add like some of the red. I think it's almost like this red. And that's good. Making a little bit of design and some of these places will add a lot of character. So usually worth doing. It's not a lot of work too. It's just, you know, it's just 2 bear claws. No big deal. Gives him a little bit of story too. I think I want like super fine edges here. Another one. Hold on. For the hand? Let me see. I'm gonna pop this over. Well, the face, I'm not sure how much I want to touch it. Because I kind of want it to be almost like a shape for this one. We'll see. Execute some super hard edge there. Oh, whoa, no, why? You have like the lighting is like goes crazy. Yeah, the light won't, like, even if there was like a focal point light from the what's it called, from the flower, it won't work that way, because I think you have like all the shapes lit. You're gonna have to, if you're gonna do that lighting, you have to what's it called, but I'm not lighting from like the I just wanted a little bit of like what do you call it, kind of like atmospheric lighting. But yeah, there's too much light, and it's not, you're gonna have to pick which faces you want lit by that light and then stick to it, because like you have everything lit, you gotta choose. Well, and his nose also kind of turned up a little bit. Well, that kills kind of the mystery, I think, for me. I really enjoy when I can make like a face, when I can make a face, what's called, work without too much. That's kind of like a stylistic choice. Not something that anyone should really be doing, but because it's really hard, I think, to make like faces work without a lot of stuff in them, without like having an airbrushed face, especially for like a man. I feel like this type of style kind of works for manliness, because it like there's like kind of like this idea of the disposable man, and what is kind of like masculinity. And it's like, well, you go off in a battle and you lose your life, and yeah, that's good. Let's just do that. That's good. Bring honor to family. Bring great honor, you know? Or it's kind of like that. And it's, if you look at like Magic the Gathering has kind of this trope, but not really. It's similar, For soldier cards in like white soldier cards, they have like they have no mouths. They don't have mouths, and I think that's like kind of the same idea, but a little bit different. I can't tell if he's a man or a woman. Good. Good. Yes. Yes. Perfect. He's very androgynous, isn't he? That's perfect. I'm drawing like a Sykkuno based character. You can't be sure. Can't be sure. Well, not really, but like sort of. I wanted it to be kind of difficult to tell. I mean, in the end, I think you should be able to make a call, but like it depends on who's making that call, and then it adds a little bit of ambiguity to it. Although I have added a little bit of facial hair to him, so. And it's cold. He can't be like gaunt featured. He's got to have a little bit of chub. He's got to have a little bit of chub to him. Unfortunately, he's like 40 years old. He's got to have a little bit of chub in the wilderness. A little bit of chub. Not a lot of chub, but, you know, just a little bit. To make it believable that he's, like, surviving. And not another claw here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want him to be like a gaunt featured movie star. I want him to be like it's kind of like a sad knight. I think the feminine features are the ones that I'm kind of using for like to accentuate like the sadness and the uncertainty and like kind of that sort of what's it called, so he has to have like both, I think. And then to make it, yeah, those claws came out pretty okay. I like the claws. Okay, that's fine. Let me flip it over. I think it's because like this chest plate is too far up, maybe. I think maybe it's the light that's killing me here. I'm gonna take out a little bit of it. So I have a little bit of light coming like down on him. I have just a little bit of light here. Not too much, but a little bit of it. What else do I want to do? I want to do the flowers emitting light because it's really bright compared to the environment, even if it's white. Well, I wanted it to catch light, not necessarily like create light. I don't know. I've been playing around with a couple of different ideas for lighting as I'm going, so. My first idea, and it kind of matches up, is here, here, here. This is where the light is. And even then, I feel like the skin will have less lighting there. It's a little too crazy. Reminds me of Lop. That's good. Lop has, I don't see how, but good. Lop has really good aesthetics, so. It's got, I think it's got like feel. It's macabre, it's remorseful. It's got what's it called? It's got a little flower. So, I mean, that could be like what. I haven't seen this one, to be honest. The one that I know best from WAP is the one is like it's mostly like the queen and being protected by the knight. That one. This is dangerous. WAP has a lot of titties on here, I think. If I remember correctly. There's a lot of titties, so I don't want to go through all of his stuff. But he did like a whole series with the, yeah, here we go. It's this series of paintings where he did like, I guess, character exploration. And I can't see the other one that I was thinking of, but it's definitely in here. I think it's like one of his most famous pieces. Oh yeah, I've seen it being turned into a meme, but this is like the first one I've seen from him. I think that was a long time ago. And then later on, I went into his work, and I think I found that one, and I really like that one, but I can't seem to find it. There's a whole series of his, like, of this, what I think is just character exploration. I don't know if... There's one with mirrors and stuff, and I thought it was kind of cool. With mirrors and, yeah, I like his work. It's pretty cool. He's like, I call him anime Jeremy Man. Let me see here. But I do like his work. I do like his work. Jeremy Man has the same, like, I would say it's very close if it's not. The aesthetics that he's using is very, like, if he's not doing like directly anime style, he borrows from some of the abstractions that they use in anime, like the chins, very pointy chins. So even, you know, even with some of the, what's it called? I mean, it, like, I wouldn't call it anime, but I would call it like it's close. It's like anime adjacent. This is like what me and like most people like at this time, like when WAP was coming up, we used to call it like realistic anime style. And it's kind of like what we were all going for at the time, I think. When I was really young, that's the style I wanted. I wanted to draw anime, but also kind of realistic, but also kind of anime, and then realism is too ugly. It's too real for you, huh? light is hitting him forward. He'd probably be mostly like here somewhere. I want to have like well, he's anime adjacent. He's like, he has a lot of pieces that aren't really fitting in anywhere. They don't really fit into like they don't really fit in like period. Like they don't. Retlock isn't, you know, is not real. Is the question is, does he borrow from the shorthand? You know, does he make, you know, big eyes? Does he like big expressive eyes? Does he make you know, pointy chins? Does he make like it's that sort of like feeling. That's what he's aiming for. It's nothing bad. But like, you know, it's not, those aesthetics, they don't come from nowhere, right? You can't just be like, hey, this is actually just like Sargent used to paint him. You know, it's not gonna, that sort of line of thinking isn't gonna help. It's fine to draw like anime-esque and to borrow from you know, those types of aesthetics. That's totally okay. But like, look, okay, so let's see. So let's compare. Let me see here. I kind of want to save this because I want to put in some of these cracks. So I'm gonna like go here. Let's go to. Let me see. Let me see here. So let's compare like someone like. No, because those are all like from the same vein. You have to compare apples to oranges. It's not gonna work if you compare like oranges to oranges. Let me see here. Let's click and not get so if you look at like concept art for I mean, like, what sort of aesthetics are we going for here? Even like, look, Asian motifs. You got samurai and fucking like, but there's like, it's not going for it. It's going for something else. Like this type of work, these types of, you know, figures, and then we'll go with Amundsen. Amundsen artist, ArtStation. Amundsen, there we go. Okay, so here again, so like you kind of should be able to figure out where an artist is going, and we'll go for Rangia too here. Where his inspiration is coming from. It's not you know, it's not like a mystery. You can also tell by the really bad copies where the aesthetics are coming from. So like it's like a fourth, like a mix of, it's like a mix of like anime flavor, but then like it depends, you know. It really depends. But a lot of it does take from anime aesthetics. Look, there's a fucking Gundam, dude. Like, what? Oh, that's just a beam, bro. It's just a beam. So it does take from those aesthetics, and that's fine, you know. But if we compare, like, these aesthetics, it's very clear that they're different Now let me see here. Let's go to let's go to some more. So I think there's like an east and west divide. It just kind of exists, like the shapes, the values, what people push in aesthetics. It's now I'm not sure if, like, I'm not saying that Rangia couldn't do you know, those other aesthetics. I'm sure he might be able to. In fact, he does do it sometimes, like for creatures and stuff. I see him using more less of what's it called, like, especially like this one. It's a lot less anime. But then there's like stuff like this, so it's hard to tell. I do think there's like a east-west divide, and like here's the same image but him doing it differently. I think that kind of shows you it's the same image, but he said he redid it basically. It's different, like different things that I guess he values while painting, and it shows up as, you know, it reads as, okay, well, this guy's going for anime, and this is more, I shouldn't even say anime, I should say more like Eastern aesthetics. I just use like anime as a shorthand, because like he's not drawing anime. Anime is like different. But the aesthetics are Eastern. That's just how it works. Whereas Amundsen or Mullins or Jablonski is even more like Slavic aesthetics, I feel like. I feel like there might be even more distinction, like he's trying to go for those types of deep sadness memes. And it's I guess you could call it style, but it's really not. It's like, you know, what type of shapes that this guy likes, what type of features he chooses to accentuate, and you could boil it down. It's not something like mysterious. It's like, oh, he's like that one. He's the one guy that does this thing, right? He's borrowing from like a long-standing tradition, and there's a couple of traditions out there, and all this is kind of cool. But it's like the end of what's it called. Every one of these guys can do crazy fundamentals first, and then they overlay that little bit of juice on it, you know. Looks pretty emo. I don't know. It depends. There's a lot of Eastern artists that are like oh man, is the technique Western? I feel like there's a very long history of it depends, you know. It depends. Like there's a lot of really great artists that were, I guess you could encompass them in Western, but that's, you know, it's such a like, I'm just using it as kind of like to make a category, but it's so big that it's difficult to say like, oh well, this is just all Eastern and this is just all Western, and there's no overlap. There's clearly like overlap, and you know, in different ways, and in different parts, like aesthetic or technique, or and it overlaps differently, so there's no one like real answer. Where's this thing? I need to borrow this for drawing. I don't think I'll get quite that dark. I think this will be the darkest it gets. But yeah, I think that's like more like the end of painting. It's not really something you should focus on. It's like important things are more like fundamentals and getting all that sorted. And after that's done, then like me personally, I'm not really focused on having like a style or anything. I'm just focused on like getting the hands right, and then eventually I'm gonna fix those hands, by the way. They're not gonna be left out there. Right now they're just a little bit off color for what's called for him, because I think I have a little bit too much reds in there. So they really stick out. But eventually I'm gonna fix those. Fundamentals. Yeah, it's all about fundamentals, unfortunately. It's like drawing. You can't get away from drawing. It's just all gonna be drawing forever. Till the end of time. Some artists, like modern day James, have great fundamentals, yet he doesn't complete work. It's a shame. He's doing animation right now. That's cool. Sometimes you gotta take a step back to take a step forward. You gotta go do something else. Take a break. No point is some artists use their funnies in order to paint a complete yeah, I mean, you can go all the way with an illustration. You don't have to, like, if someone values like your your sketches and your personal work, and like that's not necessarily finished, then then that's even better, because finishing work is a lot of time. And it might not be like that much better, for a lot of artists. Like their finished work isn't gonna look like Rengia's. So it really depends, the normies. The normies aren't like the most important part. I don't know. Normies love their fundies. I'll tell you that much. I see normies retweet like studies more than anything else. They really love like realistic realistic portraits, for instance. Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of people get retweets for you know, for their what's it called? For their study work. Cause like they can see it and they'll be like, oh yes, this is a tree. I understand it's a tree, so therefore I'm going to give you a like. You've convinced me that you can paint trees. Portrait studies, nature studies too. I've seen like if you get, I've seen like good amounts of, like when I used to do a study every day, I used to get more likes on those than anything else. Now I'm just kind of like, just kind of bored of doing a study every day. Not that I should be doing more studies. And I kind of try to do them while I'm doing the work, so I'm learning about certain things in the way they work, while actually, you know, creating a personal work, rather than doing, you know, straight up, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna take this apart type of work. Yeah, those get a lot of retweets, and the normies really love those. If you've got a very good tutorial, sometimes people like that. Um, Although I'm kind of at a loss about for those. I want to draw some of that purple in there. I don't want to go too dark. All right. Well, I'm gonna take a break from this and do some of the map, I think. So I do get some of the map work done today. Don't wanna spend. I'm kind of glad I ran out of video games. Oh, I'm like an addict, man. I'm like a crack addict, I swear. I need that game. Give me that game. I'm glad they're not releasing any good survival games. Maybe saturate the screen a little bit. And maybe make it texture. Interspersed with the orange. Okay, I got a little bit of the yes. I'm actually gonna do like a select everything else inverse here and then layer that way a cut instead of layering this. I need to like put this down in like the references. What's on this layer? All right, so this is all of today's stuff. I'll add that. I'll merge these. This looks good. I'm gonna clear this for now. Yeah, still not really doing too much. I added like an ice sheet on the bottom of him, and I've added some of those hands. I don't know how I'm going to do those hands. I might do them a little differently. I might take them away. I don't know. At this point, I don't know if I've rotated him enough. Seems pretty rotated now. Let me see. Seems very rotated now. I'll I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I might strain him. Like I just think like the fully straight composition might be a little boring for this one because he's just standing still. But I'll think about it. Oh, you know what? I actually like that hand just like floating there. Which one is it? Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, that hand floating there is actually kind of cool. Yeah, I think it's rotated enough. I want to do those hands. Yeah, I want to do those trees. I want to figure out the legs a little bit too, because they're a little like underdone, I think. And then that'll be most of it, I think. That'll be most of the painting. There's not really much I have to do for this one. It's not much at all I have to do for this one at all. Oh, man, that's pretty good. That's always good when that happens. I'm gonna bend this inward a little bit. I feel like it's starting to like lose some of the form here. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's map time, and then we'll get back to this. It's good to keep working on different things. It'll give my brain a little break from this, and this gives me a little break from that, and you know that keeps it interesting. I think keeps it entertaining. So it's kind of be a little rough because it's kind of like a little sketch. So what do I have here? Okay, so I'm gonna erase the names. I wanted to put them in as like hello. Hello is like a hello. Oh, they're on the wrong layer. Okay. Yeah, those weren't supposed to be like. Eventually, I have ideas like I want to have, like maybe like something like this sort of thing. Or I might keep it more self-contained, you know? Maybe that. We'll see. There's definitely ideas for banners that I want. Either that or maybe like a plate. We'll see. Or I'll go back to the flag idea. We'll see. I don't know. It's kind of a catch-all. I'm gonna grab some quick snack real quick, and then I'll be back. Cat is begging me for food again. Ugh. All right. Let me think. I got seaweed salad. Pretty good. Makes for a nice little healthy snack. All right, so did I lock the layer? Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm gonna be sketching on this layer. Mm-hmm. Looks good. I'm gonna be looking at the source material. I think OBS is a little buggy. Let's see. Mother Earth, Fire Lady, Sky Father, Seeking. So Earth, Wind and Fire, essentially. Oh, and water. Earth, Wind, Fire, and water. So I'll start off with this one, I guess. It'll be a sketch. And we'll go from there. Mother Earth. So... Mother Earth. They're supposed to be kind of like elementals. So, might give her like some very generic earthy skin. Maybe like growth. Like a tree growing out of her. Ow, hey! What are you doing? What are you doing, fat cat? Cat is attacking me. Almost out of seaweed salad. I'm still hungry. Need some tendies. I've got a lot of tendies actually, but like adult tendies. I've got udon, I've got ramen, I've got like tempura shrimp. I've got Oh, this is gonna be like thorns. I can give her a crown of thorns too. Leaf vine hair, maybe. Try putting in some of the motifs already. Hey, cat, what are you doing? Hey. Hey, cat, that's my seaweed salad. And we're looking for like a wash type of feel. We'll play around with the colors and the spacing. Might make her a little bit bigger here. Be all centered. And erase some of the bottom. I should have used the mask I prepared for myself so painstakingly. What I worked on for an hour. Nah, I'm just gonna YOLO. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna YOLO. Nothing to it but to do it. I have like back to this one. Yeah, maybe a little bit more orange actually. A little bit less color. Looking for maybe color. Flowers. Things of that nature. Okay, so that's kind of like a sketch for that. Oh. I wanted to do a little bit of this too. Well, I'm gonna go like left to right, I think. Let's give. And I want to end up with something that matches kind of the original subject matter, since I actually really like that aesthetic. I like that old um this map was made in like the 1600s. Medusa? Well, I was going for Earth Mother, but I feel like that Medusa is very Earth oriented. Her element would be Earth, I think, if you know, if we were to nitpick it. But yeah, we're going for Earth Mother. That's the that is the name. And then I have like this king. I'm gonna give him like a scepter. You know, his right to rule is in Ukraine. There was like I think there was like a very legendary mace that you had to wield. You know, the Nordics have like hammers. And we're also gonna do like washes for them as I develop them. These guys will be knights. I will start very simple, but we'll heat up as we go. For now, it's gonna be difficult to get that sort of aesthetic, though. I don't generally do it, so to get it to be like very medieval map. Where's the reference? That's gonna be very tough. I don't know. We're gonna be playing around with a lot of stuff, I think, to get to sort of an imitation of that look. We'll see. Oops, wrong. Add a little bit more color. We'll keep these pretty light. I just want, a certain amount of stuff in here so that I can have like a kind of something to really show the ideas, because it's very difficult to read my sketches. There's only two types of artists. It's like sketch, and then finished is like that whole like fully rendered fucking image. And then there's good sketch, and then the what's called, the image is like not that far away from it. My sketches are amazing. Not very readable right now. They'll improve. They've improved, so maybe I'll add a single horse. Like sketches, I think it trains you faster. Yeah, sure. Better to do a lot of unfinished work and then figure out where you went wrong. And then you do have to finish some work though. Because otherwise then you don't know how to finish work. And that's not good either. Might do a horse here. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I don't really like it, so I'm gonna erase it for now. I like the king over the world idea. It's like the idea of empire. It's supposed to be anyway. And on the other side is gonna be, you know, justice or something like that. That's why we associate like ideas like angels with some sort of divine justice, retribution, valor. Maybe my work should be quicker, but I have to mass produce it. Well, you know, try not to sacrifice quality for quantity. What is this cat up to? What are you doing? Crazy cat. I'll have like fire here. And then this is gonna be like water droplets. Maybe a waterfall. Let's see. Yeah, right now I'm just drawing like little sketchies. Well, sketchies. We'll see where it goes. This hand is gonna be tough. Armor a must. Let me see. What else did we talk about? Well, that's touching the map. I'm probably gonna be doing the around details. I'm not gonna be touching the map today. There's still a lot of stuff I want to do. Whatever the heck this thing is, I kind of like want to steal that. Some kind of goblet. Some kind of goblet or something. Maybe I'll do like a Fabergé egg. That'd be kind of cool. Those eggs are pretty cool. I went to a museum and I saw them, and so they're pretty cool, man. They're pretty cool. It's gonna be hard without a reference. I'm gonna get a reference because like it's kind of hard to get some of those ideas down because it's like they have like little paintings in them. What I might do is make it like centered. That'll make it weird. We'll see. Let's see. It's gonna be egg. Fab. Egg. Keep that for now. Just so I remember what idea I had. Okay, next guy has to be... Fire Lady Promethea. I think this angel kind of matches it, too. If, you know... I feel like humans are very earthy. Whereas angels are more like fiery. I don't know what her minions are like, though, so... I might be giving the angel thing to, or I might be giving her fire wings. That'd be kind of cool. Fire wings. Let's see. Let me see. So, Fire Lady. Another lady. I'm gonna draw them all like staring into space, but then I'll flip them around usually. Just trying to find a different face than I usually draw. And to do that, I'm just drawing it with like one stroke, seeing what comes out. You know, like an Etch-a-Sketch. And then I'm going to probably erase a little bit and see what sort of features I've come up with here. She's kind of ugly. Very amphibious looking. Want her to have like burnt eyes. Just be angry a little bit. And later I can get some references if I want to change their overall look. So far, I haven't really found a face that I like out of her. What's it called? Out of like the big strokes. Sometimes that happens. As long as I get it in the end. Just really looking for something that I like. Kind of capitalizing on the forms that I do like. Her hair is going to be very generically fire. Like her bottom lip's a little bit too much. I like kind of the curls here. Kind of like that. Let's see. Since they are like gods, maybe they should have like a little bit of jewelry. I don't really know if it like what the characters have like in terms of element, in terms of like because if I think of fire, I think of like war, think of like progress. So I don't know what they're supposed to be like. Are they more like humans, less like humans? Are they do they embody like an aspect of some sort? Make them evil. I feel like they have to be, because why would they be within like the scope of our morality? And if they're outside of that scope, then they, you know, just by definition, they're like evil. Or at least like they don't align with the interests or ideas that humans would have. So well, we'll get back to this one. I'm gonna ask for more information. Till I get some more info, it's gonna be difficult to just draw. What else is on this thing here? Like, what is that? It's like a sea serpent. It's kind of cool. Oh, there's a queen and some helpers. There's a couple of scenes. Like, this is very busy. I won't be able to do all this. I'll be able to do some of it, but like, I don't think I'll be able to do all of it because there's just too much. It's just too much. I'm also gonna like do very like large kind of like, I'm gonna use the stroke tool for the frames, but I just want to have like something. Eventually I'll have like these types of frames in there. All right, what's the next one? Euron. That's a super ghetto name. Euron. Okay. The Sky Father. All right. Let me see here. I'm thinking, let me go to like a lower opacity here and then doodle a little bit. I'm thinking like Zeus right now, so I'm thinking like dirty old man with like lightning bolts. Hey cat, what's up? 10 wives, really into bestiality for some reason, keeps turning into animals and banging random women. Zeus. Classic. It's funny that they made him like the head of the pantheon. I find that like so weird. Like, of all the characters, the guy who turns into horses and bangs random women, that's who represents us, you know. I think incest is pretty big in like all the mythologies. Like in Egyptian ones, there's like homosexual incest. I think Horus bangs Set. I think at some point, they're like brothers, and there's like some kind of passage in there where there's like his seed gets in his hands or something. I don't remember. This is a long time ago. I researched Egyptian mythology. I think in real life, incest is common. Ew. Maybe in like Alabama, Kentucky, Missouri. I don't know. I don't think I've ever met anyone that's. I guess they wouldn't tell me if they were or weren't, I guess. But I don't think I've ever met anybody who's like into that. Like, and they actually. Yeah, it's kind of weird. That's really kind of weird. Maintaining the royal bloodlines. Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a lot of genetic diseases that only exist because there's obvious incest. Turns out the product instant makes the kids a little bit less human. Yeah. Well, that's how it goes. But there's plenty of people that'll be like, oh well, you know, incest itself, you know, it's there's nothing. Let's be high decouplers and just say that, like, you know, there can't be any like any sort of like ramifications or consequence from, you know, having a lot of incest in your culture. That's fine. It's just, you know, those are just single incidents that are unconnected to anything else, and it's all just morally neutral, and there's not reprehensible at all, and the only part of incest that's bad is the child rearing portion. It's like, okay. All right then, buddy. I've had enough of your YouTube philosophy. I'm gonna go find another channel. Gonna go to another channel now. Internet political commentators. Why do they always have to like justify incest or like just really vile things just for fun? Is that why they do it? Because I feel like it's a trend. Internet commentators just constantly got to talk about like the age of consent for some reason. Why? No one asked. Why? Like, I don't know. It just seems like every other YouTube or Twitch that I find, it's just like, okay, well, let's justify some of these reprehensible things. Let's just do that for a little while. It's an intellectual experiment, you see. And then later on, it turns out they were like pedos. And they go to jail, and you're just like, it all makes sense now. That's what happened there, man. It wasn't just an intellectual exercise. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't empty. The words, they meant things, you know. Change his color to a little bit more green or blue. Give him some bling. I feel like the Sky King. Wait, let me see, what was his name? Sky Father. Should have a little bit of bling. They should have a lot of gray hair too. Give him like a goatee. I feel like a goatee is warranted. Yeah, so that's gonna like that's gonna mesh. I guess second cousin is not considered incest. Yeah, pretty sure it is. Pretty sure that is still like a no-go zone. I don't know. I think in some states it's like legal or something, but I just find that, that's man, you just can't judge their culture. It's just so beautiful and it's so different. Without living in that culture, you just can't judge them for that sort of thing. You can't judge Alabama, Alabama man. You gotta live in his shoes first. That's a funny premise I've heard. Just can't judge him. Can't judge him. Not at all. I'm gonna just copy pasta some of the birds, I think. This one looks good. I don't know. It's so weird nowadays. Why? Why, oh, why, oh, why? I don't know. I just want to draw dogs, I guess. That's what I want to do. Draw some cerebri. Should I give him a big, like, collar of some sort? Like, that'll ruin. I think I just gave him, like, Joker society lips by accident. I'm gonna add like teeth on top and then the Joker dogs. That's what I wanted to draw there. I mean, I'm gonna go in deep on some of these concepts. It's just that right now they have to be like kind of bare bones. Pretty bare bones. I thought love transcends blood's relationship and age. Oh my god. Yeah, apparently. Thank you, Mr. Twitch person. Thank you, Twitch streamer. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. It's so difficult. It's so difficult nowadays. Everything is so like, it's so crazy. Doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. There's just no... Just nothing, nothing makes a lot of sense. Nothing makes a lot of sense right now. That's all right though. You know, thankfully most of it doesn't really affect me. It's all like kind of just I just watch the internet and I just like shake my head. Shake my damn head. So that's that dog. Let's see. What's the last guy here? They just have to fit the theme, and they do look humanoid. And Nero the Sea King is the last guy. So I guess like some of it is based on like I guess Greek mythology, where it's like Neptune, Zeus. Give him a very big nose. And like, you know, one of those like half bald type of looks. And maybe like he has to look sea kind of. I don't know how that's gonna work. I might make him like fully made out of water, maybe. I feel like that could be. Could make this guy more watery. Just made out of water. And I'll work on these. I just need something to like stick. I'll add like waves in his hair. I don't know. I think as long as you can tell that he's like the god of the sea. I don't know. They always had like symbols like a trident. Why would someone living in the sea need a trident? A trident's for like fishing. Spearfishing, I would guess. It's very blue. Or Zeus had like a lightning rod staff. Make him made out of water. I think that might be cool. I think it's all about those frames. It's all about that frame. Framing and like maybe something else. He looks like an ice elemental, maybe because he's light blue. Well, like an ice giant. I'll take that. I feel like as long as it's water adjacent, it's fine. As long as it's water adjacent. Ice is just another phase of water. If anything, it makes more sense that he's made out of ice than water. Because water has no shape, it has no form. Water is... what's it called? water takes the form or the shape of the volume that it's in, so. Add like little lightning bolts. To his costume. What am I gonna put in the other things here? Oh, that's gonna be an egg. It's all these details that kind of scare me. I still haven't put in the other circles. Could do that. But it's about break time for me. I think I wanna leave before I fall asleep because I'm burning out. But I did get something done today, you know, for this thing. Got most of the portraits. A little bit of the a little bit of the details, but not too much. And I got some of my personal work, a little bit of my personal work done today, so that's good. I think this one's coming along. Did this revert all the way back to? No, it didn't. Okay, good. Very small progress, but it's happening. It's happening. I hope it's done. No, the hand isn't even finished. What do you mean? What am I gonna like? What about these hands that are coming out of the what's it called? Like this one's really cool. I think I might add like might even add a face. I think that'd be too much. Maybe in like the shadow, so it looks kind of like there's nothing there, but I don't know. We'll see. Like this thing kind of looks like a face, maybe a little bit more, and then that'll be the end of that idea. But I want to do some more of these like trees. Like, look, there's like lines here. It's not done. It's not done, man. So I've got some of the washes done for these things. So that's good. And eventually we'll get some more done. This is just the start, really. I've just gotten some of the ideas and some of these what's it called? And then like I'm gonna layer it a couple times and we'll see. But yeah, I'm sleepy. Thanks for coming. I'll see you tomorrow.